For months, we followed the budget situation with the Idaho Lieutenant Governor's office. It started late last year, and we followed it here on the 208. Lieutenant Governor Janice McGeachin was ordered to pay close to $29,000 in court costs and legal fees after losing her public records battle with the Idaho Press Club. And that was on top of a $750 fine that McGeachin was issued by a judge for her, quote, bad faith violations of the Idaho Public Records Act. Many expected McGeachin to try and submit a supplemental budget to help cover those fees, but the legislative session came and went without that happening, creating some questions about what happens next. Is the Lieutenant Governor just out of luck and out of money on this one? Well, we have new insight for you. On March 11th, the Division of Financial Management sent McGeachin's office an email detailing that because no supplemental budget was approved, her fiscal year 2022 budget shortfall would be estimated at a little more than $22,000. And the same email goes on to say that by the end of the fiscal year, without a balanced budget, that there could be reduction in staffing levels and personnel costs, and cutting that may be necessary. So days later, on March 16th, DFM sent another email saying even with no more vendor payments or reimbursements until the end of the fiscal year, which ends on June 30th, the Lieutenant Governor's budget would still be short more than $15,000. And the email says even if McGeachin's staff stop working after March 30th, her office will still see a significant deficit. On March 22nd, a few days later, the state controller's office sent a letter to McGeachin to reiterate the point that her office was going to end the year in a $15,000 deficit at least. The letter advises McGeachin that she cannot spend any funds beyond what she's been approved to spend, and goes on to say that the law and constitutional duties of the controller's office prevent authorizing spending anything that exceeds her budget, and that includes paying the Lieutenant Governor's salary. So all these emails, all these letters, what does this all mean? Well, long story short, there will soon be no more money remaining in the operating budget for the Lieutenant Governor's office. And at that point, her office simply can't spend any more money until the end of the fiscal year, which ends June 30th. Now, sources tell me that one full-time staffer has already left McGeachin's office, and the remaining employee there is expected to do the same. From there, staff will no longer be on the payroll after their hours and benefits have been paid out for the most recent pay period. So the employees in the office are going to get paid. A spokesperson for the state controller's office, though, explained to me that, in short, when the budget runs out, pay for the Lieutenant Governor will simply be turned off. So the Lieutenant Governor's staff will be paid for their work and their benefits through the last pay period that they work, but Lieutenant Governor McGeachin will miss out on her Lieutenant Governor's paycheck because once the funds are gone, they are gone, and McGeachin's pay is cut off at that point.